back again. It's Wayne Ashton, driver of the number 3 Core Pack Sprint car from Ashwegan Speedway. We're in Kitchener, Ontario at my home here. We've taken the engine out. We're going to do some dissecting to see how things went. The engine went very well the whole season. No problems, no mechanical failures of any kind on the whole engine. So you can see we've been working all day here and stayed relatively clean, but I guess that's from keeping an eye on that kind of stuff. But anyways, we got the engine out of the car, and the car probably only weighs now probably about 800 pounds, so I'll show you how. I'm not a young, strong man, but I can get the front wheels off the ground, so I can still get it up off the ground. So anyways, we'll go over to the engine. We're going to get some of this stuff off and out of the way. I don't know how detailed I need to get, but some of this, it runs a magneto and ignition. Doesn't need battery power, which I've mentioned probably before. No battery in the car at all, other than a 9-volt battery. And very expensive ignition system, although it's not computerized or anything like that. So it's still pretty basic, pretty trouble-free. What I'm going to try to do is get some of this stuff sent back to where they manufacture it to have it checked out over the winter, but it'll depend on how much money I've got to spend, which this whole video is all about. It's gaining more fans and getting some money in. I'm going to leave that in there for now. Here we go. So again, we'll take the injection off, which is a Hillborn injection. Runs on methanol. So we're back again. Wasn't that prepared with some of the stuff. I'm going to use sort of something you probably shouldn't be using, but I guess when you pay for it, you're the boss. Doesn't look very professional, but get the job done. The guy who used to work with me at a wrecking yard, Paul Doan, which is a long-time supporter, he's helped me since I was 16 years old. He always talks about the time, give me a tire iron and I'll get anything apart. Well, it's kind of the way it's been. You use what you got. The gear looks like it's doing very well. Use a bronze gear so it doesn't wear the camshaft or the gear. Two indifferent metals. Oil pump doesn't run off the bottom of the off the distributor like most engines. Go around to the front here. We'll be getting this off later. This is a dry sump pump. Oil pump. Oil tank. It keeps most of the oil out of the oil pan, so it creates more horsepower that way. And engine runs cooler. You get fresher oil. Don't run an oil cooler because they weigh too much. We keep the weight down as much as possible on a sprint car. This engine will probably produce around 650 horsepower. And water pump even runs off the front of the crankshaft. There's no harmonic balancer. Again, some of these people may not be that interested in technical names and stuff, but even got special wrenches to get the aircraft fittings off. So we'll try to get most of this explained to you the best I can. Again, I got to wear these so I can see what we're doing. But, one of them age things, I guess. I talk about my age quite a bit, but you just keep on going, and we'll get some of this stuff off. Maybe get to some more interesting stuff. There's a lot of aircraft fittings on this thing. A lot of special bolts, a lot of measuring, special tolerances. I don't think nothing of it anymore. It's just sort of second nature. You just go ahead and do it because I've been doing this for so long that I don't even think of it anymore. But some people are in awe of it, but it's just the way it is. You just do what you do and go racing. Not a lot of fancy tools in this shop, although I probably got everything that anybody would ever need. As you can see, this is where the water pump normally goes on a small block Chevy. Well, it's just blocked off, and the remote oil filter bolts to that. The valve covers off. I'm just sort of searching for things to do here. So this isn't the fanciest racing engine in the world, but it did its job. I probably mentioned this in some of the other videos, but we finished 14th in points, which I think there was 47 or more people registered this year to run in the Core Pack series. And again, I'm very happy for the Core Pack people that have sponsored the races every Friday night, as sprint car racing wasn't as big in Canada until now. So again, last week was the summer, or the Canadian Nationals, which is at Ashwegan Speedway. We had 77 competitors show up from somewhere from BC, Oklahoma, Alberta, Manitoba, all over the countryside, all over North America, really. Pretty hot shots, good, hot drivers there, and very good equipment with their big fancy haulers and stuff. And under time trial, we time trialed 44th out of 77, so it wasn't so bad. And a lot of big names didn't make it to the A-Main, as we didn't as well, but we gained a lot of experience with running with the bigger guys. And they don't intimidate me very much. So we come home with a little bit of cash and no damage. So also, I'd like to thank my sponsors again, Tetrachem Industries. They supply me with the fuel for the race car, which is methanol. It runs on 100% methanol. When you run methanol, it'll pick up moisture into the valve covers. It's very weird looking stuff. People wonder why. It's just the condensation from that. I think everything's gone pretty well on this engine, so I don't expect to find too much, although I will find something that isn't 100%, but it couldn't have been too bad if it run the whole season without any trouble. There were some high dollar engines I've seen have trouble this year, which is very surprising to me. And I never talk badly of other engine builders or other race car drivers, because you never know who you're talking to. And I do that when I'm trying to sell product for people as well. So if you get a chance to go on tetrachemindustries.com, I don't know if that's the exact same right website name, but check out Tetrachem. Put in Tetrachem, and you'll find some links to some of their products. They have engine degreasers, truck wash, and again, you just go on their site and you'll find much more. Stan Zankin is Zankin Truck and Trailer from Fort Erie, longtime friend. He sells race car trailers. He recently got a quote because of our last YouTube section on talking about him. And Malou Blamey Construction, we had some people that they built some buildings for show up to the races the other night, and they were very excited to see us there because there was a contact there. So it's not always about selling the exact projects, but anyways, we'll catch up to you in a few minutes here.